Negativity is everywhere in this world, waiting to poison your mind, steal your energy, and bury your potential before it ever has a chance to shine. But listen to me, you were not born to surrender to darkness. You are not created to be broken by doubt, fear, or the opinions of people who gave up on themselves. You were created with the power to rise, the power to endure, the power to choose strength when weakness surrounds you. This speech is not about comfort, it's about awakening the fighter inside you, because the day you decide to face negativity is the day your real life begins. This world isn't designed to make you win. It's built to test you mentally, emotionally, physically, and most importantly, spiritually. Negativity is everywhere. It hides in comments, disguises itself as advice from weak people, and sometimes even comes from those closest to you. But listen to me, negativity isn't the enemy, weakness is. Negativity only destroys you if you let it control your mind. People will talk about you whether you're broke or successful, silent or loud, strong or weak. So you might as well give them something great to talk about. The truth is, negative people don't hate you. They hate themselves, and your progress reminds them of everything they're too afraid to fix. So they try to pull you down, not because you're wrong, but because they stopped trying. You must understand, negativity is a test, not a trap. Every time life throws hate, criticism, or betrayal your way, you're being tested. The question is, will you react emotionally like the masses, or respond intelligently like winners do? Negativity is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your transformation. People misunderstand negativity. They think it comes to destroy them, when in reality, it comes to reveal who they truly are. Every time you face criticism, betrayal, envy, or doubt, life is asking you one simple question. Are you strong enough to continue, or will you let weak voices control your destiny? Negativity will always test you. It will test your patience. It will test your beliefs. It will test your identity. It will test whether your dreams are real or just empty words thrown into the air. Everybody talks about success. Everybody wants peace, confidence, and respect. But only a few are willing to go through the fire required to earn it. Negativity is that fire. It is not your enemy unless you decide to surrender. It becomes your enemy only when you allow it to enter your mind and infect your decisions. Think about it. The strongest people you know did not become strong in comfort. They became strong in storms. Your great moments of growth will always happen in the middle of struggle. When people reject you, judge you, or laugh at you, they are giving you a gift. They are giving you exactly what you need. Pressure, and pressure only breaks the weak. The strong use it to rise. But here's the truth most people don't want to hear. The problem is never the negativity around you. The real danger is the negativity inside you. Yes, life will throw challenges at you. Financial struggle, broken relationships, loneliness, unfair situations. But the battle is not outside. The battle happens inside your head. If you lose that battle, you lose everything. When negativity comes, most people react emotionally. They complain, they get angry, they argue, they become bitter, but reacting is what average people do. Winners don't react, they respond. They don't let emotions control them, they control themselves. Negativity wants you emotional because emotion makes you weak, and weak people are easy to break. When you face negativity, you must stay calm, stay focused, stay in control. You don't fight negativity with noise. You defeat it with silence, discipline, and relentless forward movement. People will doubt you. Let them. They don't see what you see. They don't feel what you feel. They weren't given your vision because it wasn't meant for them. It was meant for you. That means only you are responsible for building it. You must stop expecting support from people who don't understand your mission. You must stop needing approval from people who never believed in themselves. You must stop explaining your purpose to people who can't even define their own. Your responsibility is not to convince the world. Your responsibility is to become undeniable. So when you face negativity, don't shrink, don't run, don't break, stand tall, look at it for what it truly is, a test, and every test has one goal: to determine if you are ready to move to the next level of your life. So every time negativity hits, don't say, "Why me?" Say, "Test me," because you were not built to fear pressure. You were built to overcome it. Energy is the most valuable currency you have in life. People think money is everything, but they don't understand that money is a result, not a source. Energy is the source. Your focus, your discipline, your mindset, your consistency, these are powered by energy. Whatever you give your energy to grows, and whatever you starve dies. The problem is, most people are not losing to lack of opportunity, they are losing to energy leaks. They waste their mental and emotional strength on things that do not matter, on people who do not matter, on conversations that do not matter. Negativity survives because people keep feeding it with attention. Every time you argue with someone who isn't aiming at greatness, every time you reply to hate, every time you let someone's doubt affect your mood, you're not hurting them. You're hurting yourself. You are handing over pieces of your power. That is why negative people love attention. They feed on reaction. They want you distracted, emotional, and off balance, because a distracted person can't build, can't grow, can't win. You must protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Your energy defines your decisions, and your decisions define your future. There are people who are addicted to negativity. They complain every day, they gossip every day, they criticize every day, but they never build anything. They never make progress. They don't like seeing others succeed because it forces them to realize they settled for less. They don't want growth. They want company in their misery. You cannot let these people live in your world. You can't grow in a garden of weeds. You must remove anything that blocks your light. You have to learn the power of emotional discipline. You don't have to respond to every insult. You don't have to explain yourself to doubters. You don't have to give space to people who bring drama into your life. Silence is not weakness. Silence is focus. Silence is strategy. When your mission is clear, you realize very quickly that peace is more valuable than approval, and progress is more valuable than popularity. The moment you start protecting your energy, everything in your life will change. Negative people will disappear because they cannot survive in a place where their influence has no effect. The wrong people will call you selfish. They'll say you've changed. They'll say you're cold. Let them talk. You didn't come here to please people who are going nowhere. You came here to elevate. Growth requires separation. Success requires isolation. Not because you hate people, but because you love your future more than temporary comfort. Start spending your energy on what moves you forward. Learning, building skills, spiritual growth, health, ambition, family, purpose, impact. Give your time to people who bring clarity, not confusion. Give your heart to people who bring loyalty, not doubt. Give your mind to goals that bring power, not fear. Life is too short to live tired, drained, and emotionally bankrupt. Protect your energy, because once you do, nothing will be able to stop what you are becoming. Pain is not your enemy. Negativity is not your curse. Hard times are not your destruction. They are your transformation. Too many people run from pain as if struggle is a sign they are losing. But in reality, struggle is the clearest sign that you are growing. Weak people avoid pain, but strong people use it. They turn it into power. Every great success story begins with a chapter of pain that most people would never survive. So when life hits you, understand, it's not pushing you down, it's pushing you forward. Think about your life. Think about everything you have survived so far. Disappointments, failures, broken trust, rejection, insults, people walking away when you needed them most. Maybe you lost money, lost direction, lost confidence. Maybe you even lost yourself for a moment, but here you are still standing, still breathing, still fighting. That means something. It means you are stronger than you think. It means life has been shaping you, hardening you, preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. See, pain is a teacher. It teaches you reality. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you emotional control. It teaches you who is real in your life and who is only there for convenience. When everything is easy, everyone smiles with you. But when life gets heavy, masks fall off. People's true character is revealed. Pain exposes truth, and truth is a blessing. Because once you see clearly, you can finally rise without illusions. Most people waste pain. They drown in self-pity. They complain and blame and ask, why is this happening to me? But champions ask a different question, how can I use this? That is the mindset that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Pain doesn't break you. It builds you if you let it. You can use it as fuel, use it to train harder, use it to study longer, use it to prove every doubter wrong, use it to build something powerful. When your heart is heavy but you still move forward, you become unstoppable. When life takes something from you, your comfort, your plans, your peace, it's not always punishment. Sometimes it's preparation. Sometimes you must be broken to be rebuilt stronger. A sword is only formed through extreme fire and pressure. Diamonds are only created under crushing force. Seeds only grow after being buried in the dark. So why would it be any different for you? You are being shaped by every difficult moment. You are being prepared to carry blessings that weak people cannot handle. But here is the truth. Pain alone does not make you powerful. Your response to pain does. You must refuse to quit, refuse to fold, refuse to surrender to weakness. Turn your pain into purpose. Let it remind you of your mission. Let it sharpen your focus. Let it make you fearless, because once you learn to turn pain into power, no negativity can stop you again. Pain is not here to hurt you. Pain is here to build you into the strongest version of yourself. The greatest war you will ever fight is not against other people, not against society, not even against your circumstances. It is against your own mind. Your thoughts shape your beliefs shape your decisions, and your decisions shape your destiny. This is why negativity can destroy a person long before any challenge ever does. You don't fail when life gets hard. You fail when your mind becomes weak. Everything begins and ends with how you think. If you want to control your life, you must first control your inner dialogue. Most people lose not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunities, but because they allow their mind to become a battlefield of fear and doubt. When something goes wrong, they panic. When people criticize them, they shrink. When they fail once, they convince themselves that they are not capable. They walk around with negative conversations happening inside their head. I can't. I'm not good enough. What will people think? And they don't even realize these thoughts are slowly killing their potential. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant weak thoughts, you grow weak results. If you let weeds of negativity grow, they will choke every dream inside you. You cannot allow negative thoughts to sit in your mind rent-free. You must take control. You must choose your thoughts with purpose. You must become the gatekeeper of your mind and reject anything that weakens you. One of the most powerful truths you must understand is this. You do not have to believe every thought that enters your mind. Just because a thought appears doesn't make it true. You can challenge it. You can destroy it. You can replace it. Every time doubt speaks, you must speak louder. Every time fear whispers, you must answer with courage. Every time negativity tries to take root, you must reject it and replace it with power. Train your mind to see possibility, not limitation. Train it to move towards solutions, not excuses. This isn't about blind positivity. It's about mental discipline. You must build a mind so strong that no matter what happens outside, nothing can break you inside. When challenges come, your mind should immediately say, I will handle this. When someone disrespects you, your mind should say, stay focused. When your plan fails, your mind should say, adapt and continue. That kind of inner strength is not found. It is built day by day, decision by decision, thought by thought. Feed your mind with power, read daily, learn daily, surround yourself with winners, not whiners. Speak life over your goals, affirm your strength, protect your peace. Turn your mind from a place of doubt into a weapon of discipline. The world belongs to those who refuse to be ruled by weakness. Because once you control your mind, no negativity, no challenge, and no enemy can control your life again. Negativity loses power in the presence of discipline. Most people think motivation is what changes lives, but motivation is temporary. Motivation is emotional. Motivation comes and goes depending on how you feel. Discipline, however, is permanent. Discipline does not care how you feel. Discipline doesn't ask for your mood, your comfort, or your convenience. Discipline only asks one question. Did you do what needed to be done, or did you choose weakness today? Because in life you don't get what you want. You get what you work for, and only discipline can take you there. Negativity thrives in idle minds. When you sit around doing nothing, your mind becomes a target for doubt, fear, overthinking, and excuses. But the moment you commit to discipline, your energy shifts. You wake up with purpose, you operate with structure, you move with power. A disciplined person is too busy building their future to argue with negativity. They don't waste time defending themselves to critics, because their results will speak louder than any words. When you're consistent, negativity becomes background noise. It tries to get your attention, but you've already locked in on something greater, your evolution. Discipline makes you dangerous because it gives you self-control. You no longer depend on motivation or emotion to perform. You train when you're tired. You work when you're uninspired. You keep going when no one believes in you. You show up not because it's easy, but because you have a mission to complete. Negativity cannot influence a person who is committed to progress. Why? Because progress is louder than doubt. When you start grinding daily, negativity becomes irrelevant. Haters talk, workers win. Every successful person has fought negativity along their journey. The difference is, they didn't fight negativity by talking back, seeking validation, or proving anything to anyone. They fought it by outworking it, outlasting it, and outgrowing it. Discipline creates separation. While others waste years blaming the world for their problems, you will be too focused sharpening your skills, building your mind, strengthening your body, and developing your character. Discipline forces you to level up. It demands excellence, and when you become excellent, negativity cannot stick to you. Think of discipline like armor. Without it, negativity hits you directly. One insult and you break. One failure and you give up. One bad day and your mindset collapses. But with discipline, you become unshakable. You don't respond emotionally. You respond strategically. You don't chase quick pleasure. You chase long-term greatness. You don't let weakness win. You dominate it before it controls you. You start building daily habits that turn you into a different person. You set a schedule. You follow your goals. You read. You train. You pray. You execute day after day after day, and suddenly negativity no longer affects you because discipline transforms you. Discipline is the master key to freedom. It frees you from fear, laziness, doubt, and procrastination. It makes you strong enough to handle pressure and calm enough to control your path. With discipline, nothing can stop your rise. Without discipline, nothing can save your potential. Live with discipline, and your success will destroy every ounce of negativity that ever stood against you. Key point 6 was not originally listed, but since you want the speech to flow powerfully, I will add a natural and meaningful extension that stays aligned with the message. In this part, we will focus on environment and associations, how the people around you shape your mindset, success, and ability to overcome negativity. Here is the 500-word expansion in the same motivational sermon style. Your environment is not just where you live, it is what you become. The people around you are either building you or breaking you, sharpening you or dulling you, lifting you higher or dragging you into darkness. You cannot rise if your surroundings are pulling you down. Negativity is contagious, and if you surround yourself with people who speak fear, doubt, and weakness every day, you will eventually absorb their mindset without even realizing it. The mind adapts to what it hears, the heart reacts to what it feels, and the soul responds to what it is surrounded by. If your circle is weak, your future will be weak. Look around at your life. Who do you talk to daily? Who do you spend time with? Who has your ear? Who influences your energy? If your circle doesn't push you toward purpose, discipline, and greatness, then you don't have a circle. You have a cage. Negative people will always try to keep you where they are because your growth exposes their comfort. They'll say you've changed, but what they really mean is you stopped tolerating mediocrity. They'll try to guilt you for chasing your goals, but what they really fear is being left behind by someone who refused to quit on themselves. Never apologize for wanting more out of life. Never dim your light to make weak people feel comfortable in their shadows. You must learn to guard your associations with wisdom. Stop giving access to everyone. Not everyone should walk with you, not everyone deserves your time, and not everyone qualifies to hear your dreams. Weak people will speak death into your vision. They'll criticize what they don't understand because small minds refuse to comprehend big purpose. Protect your dream by protecting your environment. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, teach you, push you, and hold you accountable. Surround yourself with those who talk goals, growth, discipline, strategy, spirituality, and success, not gossip, excuses, or jealousy. If you cannot find a strong circle right now, don't complain. Build one. Start with yourself. Become the person you are searching for. Become disciplined, become reliable, become powerful, become focused. When you develop yourself, you will naturally attract people who match your energy. Good energy attracts good energy. Purpose attracts purpose. Warriors find warriors, but you must first become worthy of the environment you desire to be in. Distance yourself from negativity without hesitation. You don't need to argue. You don't need to explain. Silence is enough. Move with purpose and let your growth answer every question. People will say you're acting different. Smile and agree, because staying the same was never the mission. Life is too short to stay stuck around people who aren't going anywhere. If you want to rise higher, create an environment that supports your rise. Because you don't just grow by force, you grow by influence. Choose your influences wisely. Surround yourself with strength and watch your life transform beyond anything they ever thought you could become. Life will always test you with negativity, but those tests are not there to break you. They are there to reveal you. Every challenge you face, every doubt thrown your way, every failure, every setback, every moment you felt alone, it was all preparing you, preparing your mind, strengthening your spirit, sharpening your purpose. You are not here by accident. You are here because you are meant to rise above everything that was designed to hold you back. You cannot let negativity control your story. You cannot let fear silence your voice. You cannot let weakness decide your future. You were created with purpose, and inside you exists a power far greater than whatever stands against you. The world does not need more people who quit at the first sign of difficulty. It needs warriors. It needs leaders. It needs people who choose courage over comfort and self-belief over doubt. So choose today to stand up. Choose to protect your peace, your energy, your focus, your dreams. Choose discipline over distraction. Choose growth over excuses. Choose faith over fear. And when life tries to push you down, stand taller. Rise, fight, lead. Your time is now. Your rise begins today.